Hello, everybody. I hope you are having a fabulous day today. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Amy, and I am coming to you on the Altenew YouTube and Facebook channels. And I see Nancy out there. Let me know that you are here and that how you are doing on this fabulous Thursday. Hey, Nancy, I hope you are doing great. Today we are talking about sweet life, and I know it's kind of getting a little bit of fall, and so I really wanted to hit you guys up with a with kind of a fall themed project, and I'm really excited to be sharing this with you. So let me know where you are from the chat, and Nancy, let me know how I'm coming in. Okay, let me know how you all are doing out there. All right. Oh, hello. How are we doing today? And who is behind the badge? I'd love to know. So I hope you guys are doing great, and I hope everything's coming clear. Let me know how everything is working out there. If you can hear me, and if the video is coming through clear. Hey, Nancy, how are you doing? I hope you are having a fabulous day out in San Francisco, and partly cloudy. That's not too bad. It's really sunny out here for us, and it's feeling a little fall. Everywhere I'm going, I'm seeing a lot of leaves on the ground, and it's really getting. I love this time of the year. The colors are just absolutely beautiful, and I'm even inspired. I had to clean up my garden a little bit, and there was a couple of flowers that were like poking through, and I'm like, oh, the beautiful colors that they have. Even now in the fall, it's really gorgeous. Hey, Han, how are you doing? I'm so excited that you are here behind the badge, and I see Sue, and I see Sharon, Northern California. Must be beautiful out there too, Sharon. And Carrie, hello, Carrie. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you got that it's coming through. And if you go ahead and share this live while we're live, you'll be entered to win a gift card. And you can use that for the set that we have. So I am using a set that's not yet available in the shop. And I'm actually really excited about that because I don't usually get new things for myself. And so this one is called Sweet Life. And this one is the mini delight for November. So for those of you who are subscribers, you already have this. And if you would like to join us as a subscriber, this could get there. You'd be like, oh, I got this. And the great thing about being a subscriber is that you get sets before everybody else. And the other cool thing that Altenew does is you can see this set. So you're able to like look at it and you're like, oh, I think I love that. Or you're like, you know what, I think I might want to skip. You can do that as well. But this is a set that you definitely want to keep. Now, if you're like, I'm not going to subscribe, Amy, it's not going to happen. And so if not, then you just have to wait, but this will show up in the shop. And this is a great one. So Sweet Life has these really adorable flowers, and they are layered. So we're going to be playing around with those layers today. And I love the little lemon. Little lemon's cute. And it also, that's a cool thing about the mini delights is that they come with a die. And I like the fact that the die doesn't necessarily match. So it gives you like even more. So for the price of one stamp set, you actually get a die set that you can do something completely different with. Or if you wanted to, you can actually pair it up. And this would be cute because these little flowers here, they'd be really cute like on top of the cupcake if you're doing that for a certain theme, or like you can see here in their product that you can actually add it in and match that little lemon up. So that one's really cute. Or you can put the lemon and the flowers together or use them separately, whatever you want to. And Carrie, you are able to pick raspberries. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That is amazing. I love that. Oh, and Audrey's here. Hello, Audrey. Audrey, isn't it like the fall foliage color is gorgeous, isn't it? Hey, Tracy, how are you doing? It's so nice to see you. And I have Debbie from Fredericksburg, Texas. First time. I'm so glad you're here, Debbie. So I am using this set called Sweet Life. And if you don't know, Altenew has some subscriptions. There's actually, Han, how many subscriptions do we have? Is it like 5 or 6? They're all amazing. And you can even get like the Supreme subscription and get all of them. But I'm talking specifically about my favorite, which happens to be Mini Delight. And this is a set that's not yet available in the store unless you're a subscriber, but it will be. So if you're like, Amy, I'm not so sure, this will be showing up. Now, what I'm going to do with this, I know we have entertaining season coming up. It's fall. We got fall colors, and it is definitely, I call this the section, which is, like card makers, really like the Super Bowl. That's what's coming up because we give out a lot of holiday cards. There's a lot of stuff coming up. So I had an idea today that we would take these little cupcakes and make place settings So that way, when you're setting your table, either if it's a birthday party, this would be really cute, or if you're doing that for Thanksgiving coming up, this would be a great place to have. So we're going to kind of turn this little cupcake into a place setting, and we're going to make some tags with this for this as well. It is 6, Han. Wow. They're all amazing. Like, they're really, really great. So, oh my gosh, Tracy, you are not celebrating the 6-0 today. All right, we're making a happy birthday card for you, Tracy. I have to use purple in here somewhere then, right? And hello, Christine. Fall colors, not in Tampa. Well, you know what? It can be. Hello, Heather from Houston. All right, I'm so excited that you guys are here today. And again, if you share this live while we're live, you will be entered to win a gift card from Altenew. And we have Han behind the badge, and Astro has decided to stop by. Hey, Astro. He's also interested in all the leaves that are popping around. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get down to my mat, and Astro is going to be joining me as well. So I'm all excited. Again, share this live while we're live, and you will be entered to win a gift card. And Astro is all here. Astro, however, not the right colors today, because I was not going to use green. Excuse me, gray. I was going to use some other colors. All right, sir, let's move you. All right, thank you. Okay. All right. So this is our set. It's really cute. And I have all of these little pieces. So it comes with the little cupcake muffin. It comes with a little wrapper, and it comes with the top, and then also the backing of the top. So that's kind of cool. And you can mix and match and do all these things up as well. Hello, Cynthia. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, Susan. All right. So I'm going to get started. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these up. I am going to use my mini blossom because I just want to show you how awesome it is to use this little guy. And he's really sweet, and it's really nice to have him around. So we're going to use him. By the way, if you do use him, I do everything backwards. Do cut into your A plate. Don't cut into your B plate. All right, just to let you know. So I'm actually going to start off with a piece of with just a piece of craft cardstock. I feel like when it's fall, I really kind of grab for these colors. And I like that because I don't always use this cardstock that much because it is brown, but I do like to grab for it from time to time. All right, so I'm going to cut this down. If you're using the mini blossom is 3 inches by 6 inches. And I'm going to cut a couple of cupcakes out of this. And I'm just going to put this as a width to 3. All right. Save that for a little bit of time. And I'd love to know, do you, like when you're setting, like, are you doing Thanksgiving this year? Are you setting your table? Do you like to use your craft supplies to like do stuff like that? Where, you know, you kind of turn them into little gift tags or turn them into other things? I'd love to know that. Oh, thank you guys so much for sharing that. So I see that you guys are sharing our live. I see Sue and Julie and Christine and Susan. Oh, that is awesome. And you too can be like them and be entered to win a gift card for Altenew. And we have Han behind the badge today. And we're talking about Sweet Life Mini Delight. And this one, like I said before, is not available in the stores. But you can definitely use this technique on really a lot of stuff that you have. But I'm going to use this to make a little cupcake centerpiece. All right, so I'm going to actually cut out 2 of these because I want to back this up and I want to make it a little bit sturdier so that way it stays. And what's nice about something like this, because, you know, if depending on how many people that you have coming over to your house for the party, you can just kind of die cut all these pieces. And since you're using them die cutting on a paper, it's really not a super big deal, but you got those 2. All right, so we're going to put those together. And then we are going to do our toppers. And I kind of like this that it's not so super complicated and you get to do a lot of, you know, nice things from this. So you can really change up your colors because it's not like 8,000 pieces that you're cutting out. It's just a few. And that's what I think is kind of neat because whatever your party theme is that you're going for, you can cut these out of a lot of different things. All right. So I think for me, I think I want to do orange. I'm feeling a little orangey today. So I'm going to actually do a little bit of a shortcut. And I'm going to grab my Altenew paper. And these papers are fabulous. If you still have them lying around, they're great to use because they fit directly inside of the mini blossom. And I'm actually going to grab these two because they feel very, very fallish to me. And I'm going to cut my background, my little topper background out of one. And then I'm going to do my decoration out of the other. Now I could also use this. I think I'm going to do, I might do a little bit. I'm having too many ideas. The ideas are, I know, Tracy, wait till I'm hoping to get to that one. Because I got to tell you, I have way too many ideas for the tags. But these tags, I hope you guys will like them. They're going to be cute. And they are something you could also use when you're doing your tablescape for them. All right. How cute is that? Look at that little guy. All right. So I think I want to also, I'm also going to cut this out of, it's too bright. I'm going to back off that one a little bit. Nope. I'm going to do this. All right. I'm going to try this. You guys will go with me in just a moment, but you'll see where I'm going with this in a second. All right, I'm going to do a darker one because I want to pair this up with some gold, and I want to pair it up with some gold foil, and we'll see how we do. Hi, how you doing there, Sue? I know I've had a little bit of a hiatus. I think my last live was like the beginning of September. So I haven't seen you guys in a while. I hope everybody's doing well. All right, so that was these. So I cut those out of that paper, and now I am going to grab this paper, and I'm going to cut my detail top. And so that is going to go right in here. And I'm also going to cut my detail top out of two more things. I want to cut it out of some gold foil. And I also want to go do it out of some glitter cardstock because I think that'll be fun. So your wrapper, I was thinking of doing like a neutral for the wrapper. So I was going to grab some gray, which I may or may not have around. All right, so let's put that guy there. All right, so that's one of my toppers. And I got some gold foil. I thought this might be kind of pretty. See that with the orange? I thought that might be kind of cool. So I'm going to cut this down so it fits into my mini blossom. And I'm going to go ahead and do this. Right, Tracy? So I'm kind of looking at that. And wouldn't that be amazing with like the dark black? Oh, for Halloween cupcakes. That was also my other idea that I had. Oh, I was going to do Halloween cupcakes. But I kind of went for like a fall tablescape. But Halloween cupcakes would be so cool with this. You could do like the black diamond glitter cardstock. And then there's there's a sapphire. So many cool stuff. All right. So this guy I'm going to put here out of the gold. So this metallic is amazing. So this is Altenew's metallic. Ah. So gorgeous. And then I'm going to grab a similar, look how pretty. It's going to be awesome. All right. And then I'm going to do this as well, but I want to do it out of a foil cardstock. I think I want to grab it out of, I want to do this guy too. I have to say, I don't reach for these papers that often, which is too bad because I do love them. They're gorgeous. And if you guys are like, what are you doing, Amy? This is what I'm doing. So I have my cardstock papers in this little 3x6, and I use it this way because then I can go ahead and I can grab these whenever I want, and I can see them. I'm somebody who really needs to see what the heck I'm looking at. So that's another thing. So I'm going to grab the gold because I think that will be super pretty. In fact, it's like this little gold here. It's like a champagne, which I think will be nice. And that's also why I love using the mini blossom. And if you know, like you're like, I don't think this is going to totally work. You can use a shim, which I have here. So I'm going to put that topper out of the shim. All right. Oh, Tracy, you're right. The copper. Why didn't I think of that? I should have grabbed for that. I think I was just thinking gold today. I'm thinking gold. All right, here we go. All right, I hope that sucker moves through. Do a double just in case. But the mini blossom is great to have. It really is the super powerful machine that you can do so much with. And it sticks to your mat super well. So it's somebody that like it has a spot like somewhere else in my room, but I always kind of stay with it. It always kind of hangs out with me a little bit. All right, so let me grab my little pokey tool and we're going to get to town. So let me know, are you, are you going to like have a tablescape? Do you have people over? Do you like kind of dress up and like I'd love to know because I love looking at like tablescapes and for on Pinterest and ideas for like how to set up my table. Do I have anybody come over? No, or very few, I should say. But I always kind of like to dress up a table. It's kind of fun. I love doing it. It is like my favorite section in Home Goods is just to like go and look at tablescaping sections. All right, let's see. I might have to redo these because I might need the shim. Yep, I'm going to redo these all with the shim. All right. So cool. All right. So this one, I'm just going to redo all these three. Okay. So as you can kind of see my pieces starting to build up over here. So again, I made these little cupcake backgrounds and this is the Sweet Life Mini Delight. And for those of you who are like right away looking on the website and you're going, Amy, I can't find Sweet Delight. I don't know where it is. That's because this is a subscription and this is going to be out in November. And so if you want to wait, you can grab that in November. It'll be available, or you can subscribe for us. And Han, who is behind the badge today, she has been so kind to put all of those links into the. Okay. All right. How are we doing? I got a little thing there. Little message. We got a lot of wind today. So, oh my gosh. Oh, that sounds so nice, Carrie. A few woolen pumpkins and acorns and fabric leaves. Oh, that's pretty. That sounds really nice. All right. I do not have tablescapes, but I might have to start. It's so, and it's nice, Debbie, because you can use both of them, right? You can use like your stuff. I feel like then I'm like, oh yeah, then I should be buying all of this, right? Because then it's doing double duty, right? I can use it for cards and I can also use it for like tablescapes and to do a bunch of other stuff. All right. Okay. So I'm just going to pop these out right here. Okay. All right. And let me know how I'm doing. Let me know how the connection's going. I had a little oops on there. Centerpieces. Yeah, it can be. So Tracy, if you think about it, sometimes it's centerpieces. And then sometimes like at each place setting, I'll do like a name, like I have a little name and then place cards. Yes, there you go. Place cards. Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome, Nancy. 5K walk. That sounds awesome. Ours was we go for a hike. And Christine, I love that. So Christine, these you can actually bring with you. If you are traveling for the holidays and you're going someplace, the other idea that I have would be super cute to bring with you as a hostess gift. And I'll show you what that is in a second once we get there. All right, so here I'm going to pop this out. So the reason why I'm popping, and you're like, you're doing a lot of these for no apparent reason. And it's because I wanted to show you how you can mix and match, even just the toppers. Even if you just take the toppers and you use different types of inks or you use different types of things, these are really pretty. All right, I got one more thing that I'm going to put out. We'll take a look at those in a second. And that is this. So I'm going to do this out of, I'm just going to do this out of white cardstock. And then I'm also going to do this out of that glitter cardstock. And the white one I'm going to turn gray or grayish. And this one I'm just going to keep. All right, here we go. Put this in. All right, and then some of my die cutting is good. You brought me Mini Blossom on cruises, Christine. That's awesome. I know, it's great, right? Did like TSA or whatever go through your bag and they were like, what is this, ma'am? I need to know. I had that when I brought like my Altenew pens with me. They're like, oh, hey, lady, what is in your bag? What are all of these? I think they actually had to pull me aside on that one. All right. Why do you have all of these pens? All right, here we go. So that one is the little guy. And then I'm just going to try this out of the glitter cardstock. I just want to see how it looks like. Because this stuff is really pretty. This silver. Okay. All right, so my last one. Now, if you end up with this, and for those of you, I'd love to know who already has Sweet Life. If you're a subscriber, do you already have this? And have you used it yet? It's so cute. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Han. We're going to, I think it's going to be cool. It's going to show up. It's going to be neat. We're going to get there. All right. Put this guy here. Okay, I think if you guys bear with me, I'm going to do one more little cupcake bottom. If I can find my piece. Can you fit? Oh, so close. All right, we're just going to do one more little guy just so I have something to put together. There we go. He's close enough. I think I'm going to miss the bottom, but that's okay. Oh my gosh, Liz, have you had it? It does make a good sized cupcake, doesn't it? Oh, Sue, it is the best. That the glitter cardstock, it's a super nice weight. It's not thin and it can hold up to like a lot. And you can do stuff with it. Like if you want to, you can use alcohol inks on it. It's actually really versatile with what you're doing. All right, don't mind me. This cupcake is not going to have a bottom, but that's all right. Oh, and Nancy, you have it already, but you haven't used it yet. Oh, no. Oh, Christine, I hope this gives you some inspiration. And that's why the name of the channel is Amy's Inspiration Station. So I hope this gives you some inspiration on how to use it. And like I said, I love to, think about different ways to use my supplies. It makes me feel better that I'm not just buying them for one reason, right? I'm buying them for multiple reasons. And so I can do a bunch of things with it. All right. Okay, so let's see what we got, and I'll show you what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to deepen this color by using my blending brushes and some ink. So I have that coming up, but let's just kind of poke around and see what we got. So I'm going to put this guy to the side. I am going to use this as my one example. So I'm going to take these two pieces, and I just want to reinforce this. So I'm just going to take these, and I am just going to back them together. And the reason why is just to make it a little bit thicker because I do want it to stand up. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right, Tracy. And it doesn't shed. I know I haven't used any other glitter cardstock in so long that I didn't even know that glitter does that. It reminded me, you're right. It doesn't shed because I only use the Altenew glitter cardstock because it's awesome. It comes in so many different colors. It's amazing. All right. So this is our base. All right. So that's the base of our cupcake. Now you can use the little topper. So I'm going to take this because white is a little too much, right? So I'm going to take this and I just want to tone that down just slightly. And I'm actually going to use just a little bit of like a warm gray. And so let me just grab that out for you. Literally warm gray. And I'm just going to use a very light color. And I just want to get this on there. Oh, right? It is so awesome. And Liz, it's like I end up getting, because like, I don't know about you, but for me, my desk starts to like get narrow because I pull everything out and I want to see everything. And I start just like, oh my gosh, I need everything. And so it just starts getting really, really super narrow for me. So the mini blossom is nice because I can keep it. I don't need a lot of space, especially like if I get into a big, huge crafting sesh. And I still kind of have it out there for what I'm going to do. All right, so you can see that I'm just taking that white cardstock. This is evening gray. And I'm just taking this and I'm just kind of focusing in on getting that color into the edges. But you can see how it tones that down right away. But it also, because we're putting that ink on it, it makes it really, really nice. And it really brings out, we can start to see the little lines in there from the dye. And then if you actually, and I know that this seems kind of funny, but if you actually really want to make it glow, I'm going to go a hair darker with my ink. And that's what I love about Altenew's inks is because they're coordinated and I have them in sets of 4. I know where the dark is and where the light is. So I love that, right? I know, Liz, I call it the gnomes and I'm like, how is this possible? Actually, lava rock's a little too much. All right, I'm going to go with moon rock here. And again, this is from the warm gray set. And warm gray is going to have a brown undertone versus having like a cooler or blue undertone. And I'm doing that because it's fall and I want everything to be a little bit on the warmer side. So you can see just by adding that little bit of dark, do you see how this starts to glow on that side? And this doesn't. So don't be afraid of using those dark colors. Go for it, right? And again, it's paper. It stinks. Throw it out. Try something else. These are little tiny pieces. It didn't take you that long to get it done. So you can go ahead and put them up. All right. And that's how you can get that little bit of glow. Now, if you want to use some iridescent, you can totally do that as well. Like some iridescent spray, because that would be pretty on this little wrapper. Isn't that cute? Look at that. Oh, love it. Oh, Liz, have you used this yet? Have you made little cupcakes with it? It's so sweet. All right. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue this. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that yet. So I wanted to show you guys if we ended up using the little glitter wrapper. How cute is that? Absolutely adorable. So cute. But I think I'm going to go with my gray. Now, for my cupcake top, I can also take this and I might want to add just a little bit of orange. And I'm just going to grab some of this little melted butterscotch. Just want to do a little bit. Honestly, this is probably dumb and overkill, but because it's going to be covered up. But I'm just going to grab this. Like you could even do this if you didn't want to deal with that other part. You can just take this and just put it on top of that. And then even with your little, and then that's pretty sparkly and kind of cute. So you could even do it that way. And then that's great, right? So great. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. And then the liner and vellum. Oh, Susan, how adorable, right? Because then you can see it come through, especially if you had some nice texture on there. How cute is that? All right, so just to give you guys some options. So here is one of the cupcakes with the glitter. Then we can take that melted butter or the that fire brick, this orange, and put that right on top of it. And I know I'm not gluing it down. I'm just showing you guys some color options that you can do for that tablescape. How cute is that? Right? Adorable. If we wanted to, and I'm going to grab this guy and put him over here. And this is what I was thinking with that gold. How pretty is that gold on there? So nice. Oh, thanks, Susan. Oh my gosh, Adriana, hello. I hope that you are doing well. I'm glad that you made it. So if you're just joining us, and it's a great opportunity, I will tell you what's going on. And so I am using the Sweet Life layering die set. This is the Mini Delight from November. So that means it's coming up. All right. It means, or we've traveled in the future and is now a month from now. I'm not sure which one has happened. And so this is part of the Mini Delight subscription set. And so if you're a subscriber, you already have this. And if you are not a subscriber, you can sign up to subscribe. We have Han behind the badge today. And you can sign up or you can wait a little bit and you can get this in November. It's really up to you. And what we're doing is we're talking about tablescapes today. So kind of using your stuff as really a as like a twofold of what you want to do. All right. I felt like this was going to be too much glitter. But how cute is this? So let's put that. That's a little too much glitter. We can put this with this guy. And that is really adorable. How cute is that? Gosh, this makes me think of that movie, Blades of Glory. Gosh, that's so cute. Oh. It should be an add-on. I know, I'm with you. And I'm like, I was looking at it. I'm like, we can cut them out. We can cut them out. All right, I think my favorite, I think I got to tell you, I think I'm loving this. What do you guys think? I'm thinking I'm liking the gold. I'm going to go with the gold. And I think I want to go with the gold. I think I'm going to go with the gold with the gray. All right, I'm going this way, guys. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to put some glue on and just add this up. Now, if you are like, I hate gluing this, you could use the double-sided adhesive sheets. And I don't know what it is, but every single time when I have tiny die cuts and I'm starting to glue them, I start to kick myself and I say, Amy, why didn't you use the double-sided adhesive sheets? Because that would have made your life really easy right now, is if you had used them in the first place. All right. So I'm going to grab this, and then this is just going to go right on top of here. And I could take this die cut and I can add, a little bit of color to it, but it's pretty good. I'm going to stick with it and keep it going. All right. And that's just going to go right on top of there. So cute. All right. So there's my little icing. And I love this too, because I can't really make, I can't really make cupcakes like this. Definitely not with gold frosting, I'll tell you that much. All right, so then I'm going to grab this guy and I'm going to put my wrapper on. And he's just going to go right here. Super easy to assemble. And like I said, if you're doing this for a tablescape, this is really, really super easy. So, oh yes, and that's right. There's also there's a live session for subscribers. So that one is great. I know they've been super nice to have. A little bit of a special perk if you are a subscriber. All right, here we go. Okay, and now I'm going to put this on. Now, if you wanted to, you could put foam adhesive on this and we could really pop it up, because I'm going to be using this as a table, like in my tablescape. I'm not going to worry about that right now, but that would be really, really super cute if you were to do this as well. Oh yeah, that sounds wonderful, Adriana. Glossy accents on the brown, like a shiny chocolate. Yes, that would be so cute. All right. And so I had some ideas, other ideas for colors. So things like if you were to do this with pink, with green, brown, and just kind of keep that fall theme of what you have. All right, so there's my little cupcake. And I went with this gold because I knew I was keeping everything else kind of a little bit on the plainer side, but I think that that's really cute. The other idea that I was going to do, but I forgot, is to run the cupcake part, through an embossing folder. And by doing that, it's going to give it some texture. So that way you can actually see a little bit of like bumpy little cake behind there. And the best, I think, in my opinion, one would be the organic linen. So I forgot to do this step, but I think running this through an embossing folder would be really cute, right? So cute. All right. So now we have our little guy. And again, if you're like, oh, I want more, we can do another one. So I have this guy here. How cute is this? In fact, I think I have to put this one together because he's so cute. I think I like this cupcake. I might like this one more with this crazy silver bottom. Oh, so cute. Okay, so I'm going to do this one just to give you an idea for a second cupcake. And this is the one that had the yellow cardstock, which is buttercream. And then I just added a little bit of melted butterscotch to it. And that I used the very, very dark caramel toffee, and I just die cut the top out of that. And again, if you wanted to add a little gold, a little bit of what have you. In fact, I think I want to put some sprinkles on these. And our sprinkles, of course, are going to be some gems, right? I know I would do it, Liz. I think that would be so cool. I hope you try it and post that in the fan group. And for those of you who don't know, we have an amazing Facebook fan group. It's called Altenew Fan Group. And you can post your favorite, what it is that you make, and get some, feedback on it. Everybody is so nice in there. And you can also get some inspiration. And that's the really neat thing about what's going on in there. How cute is that? I just want to point out, because I added that little bit of ink, it's going to give it, some sort of texture to look a little bit different. All right. I know, Sue, I'm with you. Organic linen's the best. So just again, a little bit of some different looks for that. So this is with that gold foil. This is with the gold cardstock. I agree with Tracy. I'd love to try this in copper, and I should have grabbed that. And this is just plain white, but I use that warm gray in order to give it a little bit of a glow. And then this is with the glitter cardstock, and then just some paper up at the top. So cute. All right, so now let's turn these into some stamps. All right, so you're going to grab a piece of paper. This isn't so difficult, but you do want to have like some good sturdy paper, because this is going to stand up. So I grabbed some, actually just grabbed some like pieces that I had left over. Oh, this is a good one. And I think, yeah, about 3/4 of an, this is about an inch. So it's about an inch wide. All right. You don't need it to be this long. I think that if you had it where it was 4 inches, and I'll put all these measurements out in a second, I'll write them on a piece of paper and get them out so that way you can see them. All right. So I am going to be using, so to make this little stand, I am going to be using a strip of paper that is 1 inch wide by 4, I think it's 4 inches long. Okay, it's 4.25. I think 4.25, 4.25. 4.25 inches long. All right, so we're going to cut this now. All right, and then you need your scoring tool. Okay, so that means that out of a strip of paper, I can get a few of these. In fact, let me see if I can get a second one. Ooh, I can. Haha, now I can do 2. Well, myself and somebody else is going to have a great meal with these cupcakes, with our names on these cupcakes. All right, so now that's where we're going to cut. And now we're going to score. And I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. I'm going to score, this is my cheat sheet. Shh, don't tell anybody. 2.25 inches. And I'm also going to score at 3.75 inches. Okay. So those are all my scoring. Right? I know. And you know, oh my gosh, Liz, imagine if you did this. This was part of your tablescape and you baked cupcakes this way. Oh, come on. Who's doing that? Who's doing that for me and taking a picture? Maybe inviting me over. That would be awesome. All right. So I am at 1/2 inch, 2.25 inches. All right. And 3.75. Okay. I'm going to do both of them right now. Hopefully this works. I always have to say with me and math, I kind of like, I just have to hold my breath and just jump in because normally I will screw it up in some way. All right, here we go. Now you will need some score tape. So grab that Altenew ultra sticky tape. And this is definitely what you need for this. Okay. So I'm going to take these and what you're going to do is you're just going to make a little A-frame. See, I just made a little A-frame just for that little top. And now that I have my A, I'm going to just fold these little guys in. And these two are going to come together and I'm just going to tape it right there. So see, I made a little, little triangle like that. All right. So now I'm just going to grab some score tape, some ultra sticky tape, and I'm just going to stick it right on here. And let me grab my other one. This stuff is so sticky. I'm like, I can't put it down, so I have to like stick it somewhere else. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm just going to take off that release paper and I'm just going to make my little guy. And I'll show you what this could look like when you have like your plate and your napkin and everything together. All right, so there's my little guy. And then I'm going to make this little guy. And you can play around with your sizes and like if it doesn't stand up, etc. Like I said, don't trust me on the math. You may have to figure it out for yourself. But I did the best I could. All right, just gonna stick this little guy up. Okay, now these little guys, they should stand up. Hopefully, I might need to just reinforce those folds just a little bit. Okay, this guy is not doing what I want him to do, but he's close. We'll figure him out. That guy's doing his job. All right, so now you can take your cupcake, and this is kind of doing everything kind of right. All right, he's pretty close. He's kind of close. All right, let's just stick him on there and we'll see how it goes. Oh my God, had the pie die. Oh my gosh, yes. So cute. All right, so let's grab this guy. And again, I apologize for my math if my math is wrong, but you guys get the drill. And you can kind of play around with the sizes and you can play around with everything. And, you know, like I said, these are so easy to come together. And Tracy, I think I'm going to have enough time for those tags. So we'll see. Okay. I might have to do this a different way. Or you can just put it up against something else. And I put that way too low, way too high. All right. So when you put this on, because I just messed it up, you want to make sure it's right at that base. And then you're just going to put that right up. So now you got your little guy. See? Oh, yes, Liz. No, this would be great for your son's birthday, right? And so with this, now what can you do, right? So what's really cute is you can actually take a piece of paper, like just white paper. So I'm just going to grab a little piece, right? And you can just cut this out. Sorry, I apologize. I'm just doing this like a little bit quick. No, you could do happy birthday, right? You could do happy birthday, or you could just put the person's name on. So I'm just going to cut this real quick. And if you want to, you could stamp those letters. But I'm just going to grab my Altenew fine liner pens. And I'm just going to put this in. Tracy, I'm putting your name down, okay? Because this is your birthday cupcake, even though it's not in purple. All right, so I'm going to grab my pen. And you could do this in the glitter if you want to use the glitter pens. But I'm going to do this in black. And I'm just going to grab this guy. So this is Tracy's. Tracy. And then if you wanted to add like a little heart or like a little, like stamp a little thing or do what have you, you could. And then what you're going to do, I'm just going to use some purple tape on this just so I can take it over. Mini Blossom to doctor's appointments. Yes, I got to tell you, Liz, I may have actually brought my Mini Blossom to places like that when I have been waiting for children to finish up sports. Oh, okay, Tracy, you ready? I have to make you a purple one though soon for this. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm only using this just for, demonstration's sake, but there we go. And there's Tracy's. Tracy, there's your cupcake. Look at that. So this would be Tracy's little space. And so if I come in and I brought, oh yeah, here we go. I brought a little plate to kind of mimic this. And so if you had your little plate, and then here's your little cupcake right there. And so you have a little name tag and it's right there. Huh? See, how cute is that? And then you could have all along, depending on whatever colors you're using for your tablescape, these would be so versatile. So that was really quick, and look and see. So they're similar, but yet different. So you could kind of like give people, whatever it is that they want, and then they can take this home, whatever it happens to be. Okay. But thought that was so adorable. So there's our little guy. Look at how cute he is. All right. So I hope, Liz, you do that because that would be great. But again, you could use this for a birthday. You could, we got Thanksgiving coming up. Imagine these like if you were throwing a Halloween party. And the Halloween party, you're using like, dark purples and greens and glitter and black glitter, and it would be so cute. But this would be really cute. Now, you also can take this, because I obviously made this super long, and we can cut off those edges. So that way you can see a little bit more of the cupcake, or you can do them again. There we go. So there's Tracy's cupcake. See, cute. So cute. And if you're like, I don't have this, or, I don't have it yet, it's going to come out in November. So you'll have that. Oh yes. Magnets. That's great. This would be cute too, right? You could even do this as a tag. So if you wanted to make, just put a little hole in this, and then now you have a little ornament or a little tag or something like that for that one. Isn't that cute? And pennant band. Oh, I love that idea, Adriana. That's great. So, but that is the little idea of having that there. So that's Tracy's little cupcake. Now we're going to make tags. So if you're like, I don't know about this, I don't know if I have time, I'm going to make a cupcake for every single person at my table. Well, I have another idea for you that we're going to use. Hopefully, yep, we got 15 minutes. I think we can do it. Now, I would cut this out of cardstock, but I actually had some leftover tags, and they're out of white cardstock. So I think I'm just going to use these. And so I'm going to actually be using the stamp set of Sweet Life. And in my opinion, the best tag die set ever, which happens to be Terrific Tags, which I hope we still have. This is an oldie but a goodie, and it just comes with these multiple sizes. So you get you get a big, a medium, and a small. It's I call this the Goldilocks of tags, because you got Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and Baby Bear. And then you even have these little cute banners, which are really adorable. In fact, I think I'm going to grab this banner as well. And so what I thought these would be great for as little either hostess gifts, or if you are especially at a Thanksgiving table, is you could have these at people's side, and then you can stamp them, and on the back you write, I am thankful for. And then they can write in what it is that they're thankful for, and then that can be shared, or they can take it home with them. So I thought this would be a really cute idea for Thanksgiving. And I didn't want to wait till November to do this, because like Liz said, I have to be dealing with this for a month because I'm going to be cutting these out. So I wanted to give you, give you some time if you ended up doing a tablescape with these. All right, so let's go ahead and stamp this and we'll see what we got. But that's what I thought would be really cute, is to have this idea for that. And then I even brought a napkin in because you could use it as your napkin ring and tie it around the napkin when you're at your table. Okay. All right. So let's grab my stamp wheel and we're going to stamp on this guy. Okay. Now, what's neat about this little set is if you wanted to do more of something that is like fall-y or Thanksgiving-y, because you have this like little lemon that's a little separate, you could just do little lemons with the little leaves. So it looks kind of like this. Like that would be really adorable on the bottom of this. Really, really cute. Or you can just do the flowers. I'm going to do the flowers here for right now. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep with this like orangey kind of theme that we have going on. And I'm going to keep my tag. I think I'm just going to keep my tag right smack in the middle because I'm going to stamp this way. All right. Now for Sweet Life, these are 3. Better be you if they come to dinner. I love that. All right. So I'm just going to stamp these. And this again is a layering set. It's really easy to use. There's only, I know it says there's like 6 pieces to it. So you have your base flower, then you have your detail, even more super detail, and then you have like the flower center. So we got outside and then inside, and then we got a little leaf that we can add to it. Okay, so we're going to start here. And because you can tell this is new, which means you know what's coming out, which is my stamp conditioning eraser. So that's going to be popping out here. And we're going to start with that base flower. All right, so I'm going to make a big one right here in the corner. And again, this is the baby bear. I think this is the medium. This is the mama bear tag. All right, that's the mama bear tag out of the terrific tag set. So if you wanted to, there's even a baby bear. So there's even one that's a little bit smaller, or you can do the papa, which is a little bit bigger. All right, so we're just going to put this right here, kind of in that corner. Okay, and I'm just going to get my guy. And I'm going to keep this in the same kind of like yellow, orangey, kind of tablescape that I'm doing. Just again, because it's fall and it's, a little bit of that going on. Okay, so I'm going to pop this. I know you were going to do that because you are so new. All right. My stamp is very sticky, so I'm going to condition it now. It's super, super sticky. All right. I got to say, I don't really have anybody coming over for Thanksgiving if anybody wants to join. All right, here we go. Take 2. All right. Again, nice and simple. These are kinds of things that I feel like you can do in front of the TV for a little while, and then kind of get it going for that. All right, so I'm just going to grab. I just have a bunch of inks left over here, so I'm just going to kind of see what the heck I have, and I might be doing some crazy things, so I apologize in advance. Ooh, Amber Blaze. Caramel coffee. I got a buttercream. I think I'm going to start off with the buttercream. I was going to go peachy glow, but I'm going to go buttercream. All right. So again, I'm thinking about that like orangey yellow. Think like 70s kitchen. That's what I'm going for. 70s, like late 70s kitchen. I think I've been thinking about that a little bit more nostalgically. We had the burnt orange one. I know a lot of people had the avocado, but we had the burnt orange kitchen. And then there was the yellow, almond, right? Was the yellow one. I just want to point out how nice that stamps. I had not used these before. That's you need the kit. If you don't have that conditioning eraser, you need to get it. It's absolutely amazing. Now I do like to kind of like wait a little bit to let that ink kind of like settle into the paper, but we're on a mission. So let's go ahead and get this done. And like I said, with these tags, it's kind of cool because you can use them and use them as a way to, share that thankful. I don't know if you're at our table on Thanksgiving, we kind of like go around and say what we're thankful for. And this way you can really have people doing that before, or even for like little kids, you know, because they always you have to keep them occupied, and then they can grab these and kind of write some stuff on there. By the way, in order to set this up, I'm not using the outside, I'm really using the middle. So the middle has a distinct shape to it. And so I'm using that to line up the petals. And then I'm finalizing where it is. And I'm not directly, I'm kind of close to over it. I think we're right there. This one is really easy, I gotta say. All right, here we go. So this is my second layer. So now I'm going to add a little bit more of that detail. And of course, before I do that, I'm going to condition it. All right, and I think I want to add in, I want like a peachy, dark peach, which I don't have. All right, I think I'm going to go with that. Yeah, this is what I want. Okay. I want that one. All right, I'm going to go with this golden honeycomb. Ooh, actually, I want that one. All right. You guys are seeing my brain in action. All right, I'm going to go with this chamomile. I'm going to see how this guy goes. Yeah. All right, so that was buttercream on the bottom, and I'm going chamomile here, which is part of Golden Sunset. All right, here we go. As long as I didn't embarrass them. I love that. Oh, avocado color kitchen. Copper. Ooh, Nancy Copper. Was that what it was? Was the orange one called Copper? Oh, look how cute. I mean, that's my kitchen. Like right there. That's awesome. That's awesome. Love it. All right. And get that off of there. All right. And now we're going to go kind of a little bit deeper. So that's very bright. So I'm going to tone it down. So this time I'm going to use that melted butterscotch for that third layer. Oh my gosh. Great. Okay. All right. And Han, how are we doing on time? I think we're doing really well today. I think I might actually finish these projects. Here we go. All right. I think this is right about there. Ah, that looks better. You have to keep kind of turning it until it finally like looks like it clicks. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? It is as good as it's going to get. That's pretty much it. All right. So I'm going to put melted butterscotch. So if you're like, what the heck did she do? She started off with butterscotch, then menta chamomile, and now I grabbed melted butterscotch. And this is just going to really tone that down because it's a little bright for me for what I'm trying to do. Oh, so cool. And of course you need some leaves with this, some green to kind of ground this. Oh my gosh. Look how cute. Look how cute that is. Absolutely adorable. Oh my gosh. No, it's absolutely, Carrie. I agree with you. Oh my gosh, Elizabeth, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad. Again, if you find this useful, we'd love to hear from you. So go ahead and hit us up with a hashtag. That would be awesome. And of course, we have our fan group, which is so fabulous. All right, I'm going to do these on a tiny, on a block. I tend to do flower centers using blocks because they're just too small. So, oh my gosh. I know, Han. I hope this is useful for everybody. All right, so I have these centers. They're usually really black, right? So I'm actually going to start to pull in some browns, and I'm going to start off with a light brown. So I'm going to grab this Rocky Shore. So I'm also using some Rocky Shore, and I'm going to just go right up these browns. And then I have to say, my mother had a set of like brown, these awful, ugly brown dishes. I remember them, and she still has them. Oh, yes, Barbara, do it. It does take practice, especially for some tricky ones. This one, I have to say, is relatively simple. And the flower centers are like, you're gonna. It's close enough. I don't really try to agonize over the flower centers. I just kind of like go for it, and I do what I can do on them. All right, so now I'm going to go with the mocha, and then I'm going to head up to espresso, and I may actually even go black with this. All right, and like I said, I'm just kind of going through them. Okay, it's close enough. And here's my third one. And the third one is really like all of these little dots. And it's actually, I sometimes will go with black even, which will really, really darken this up. But he's so cute right now. Okay. All right. So let me show that to you. How cute is this? Cute little sunflower. So cute little flower. We're going to, I think we have enough time. We've got enough time, hon. We're going to throw some leaves on this as well. And these leaves, I'm also going to just do with my block. And again, on here, we have some sentiments. We have dear friend, to you, and hello. And then you got this adorable lemon, which would really also be cute for a tablescape for Thanksgiving, or a fall tablescape, or for a birthday party. It doesn't matter. You could have this be on a birthday party, like somebody to write like a wish, or like, hey, I hope, or I, this is what I like about you. That it's kind of neat when you have tags like this, because they are versatile and you can do a lot of stuff with them. Now, a lot of times with my tags, I like to give them texture by running them through an embossing folder, but I decided not to do that on this one because we were going to have people write on the back. So I'm like, well, that's not going to make sense if I do that. All right, so here's some Misty Sage. And again, I'm keeping it with like the 70s theme of this color. And I'm just going to put this right along the edge. I would, if I wasn't trying to end in 2 minutes, actually, mask this off and whatnot. But I'm just going to go right here to the edge. So we're only going to see a little bit of it. And I could even just pop another little guy right here if I wanted to. So I'm just going to do the little edge because I got this part of him. So we got that. And then I will stick this, and we're going to put in this green opal. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the back. And then we'll put it up and we'll take a look at our tablescape. All right. And thank you guys so much for being with me today. I really appreciate it. Han, you are, again, the most amazing person. And you are behind the badge today, helping us out and adding along some really, really cool stuff. And I hope that you guys are inspired today to try looking at your, at your supplies a little bit differently. Can you use them for tablescapes or organization, or, what is it that you can do with them in addition to stamping? I like that because I like to get two first. I like to get a whole bunch of stuff and to see what they are. All right, so we could put on here like a thank you. You could handwrite it. You could do whatever you'd like. You can grab some thread and just thread that through. On the back side, I'm going to take my trusty fine liner pen again, and I'm just going to start with I am thankful for ... And that's that, right? And so you can imagine this now, if we have our little tablescape. Let me pull this out of the way, bring my little plate back in. So if I have my plate, Tracy's coming to the party. We know that, Tracy. And we got our little cupcake guy. How cute is that? As like a little name tag, as a little place setting to say hey. And then I have I'm not very good at folding napkins, but I'm going to do my best here. So I got my little napkin. All right. And I'm going to take my tag and put this right there. So how cute is that? And you can, again, you have that gold thread. Altenew sells the most amazing metallic thread, and you can put that right through, and you can put this around. You can do whatever you'd like. And then that way somebody's going home with this really adorable little thing. And also on the back side, you have I am thankful for. And it's really cute because it just, again, shows how, through this medium of paper art, how simple this is. We are, again, are spreading joy and love, which is what we love about card making. That's really the best part of it. So, and then they can take that home, or you know what would be so cute is if you had like a little tree, like a little tiny tree from Thanksgiving, everybody could put in what they're thankful for and put that on the tree. And then you can have that through the rest of the season. So I hope that you try this. Again, if you're on the Facebook group with us, or if you take some shots of what you did and how your tablescape looks, let us know with that hashtag Altenew. And again, these little cupcakes, they're so versatile. You can change up whatever it is that you want to do for color. You can change up. I'm trying to find my little glittery one. You know, look at all the paper scraps that you have. Look at all those little pieces of paper or like backgrounds that you're like, oh God, this is terrible. Hey, they always look good as a cupcake topper. And so you can try that out and see how they go. All right. Oh my gosh, time capsule. Love that, Liz. So cute, right? So cute. Oh, the tag is a bookmark. Adriana, if you use the giant one, if you use the Papa Bear, let me show you how the size of the Papa Bear looks. Look at Papa Bear. And that one would be a great size for a bookmark. And then this is Baby Bear. So you can kind of see a little bit of the size difference depending on the tag size. And that's why I love this tag set, because it has the Papa Bear, the Mama Bear, and the Baby Bear size. All right. And you could even put, where'd it go? I forgot my little guy. I was going to stamp this, and then this is a little tag that you can put on. I'd love to do little sentiments on here. And so you could put thank you, or thankful for, or thankful for you. And you could put that on here, and then that's a little decorative element. So really, really cute. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here, Han. You are the best. And thank you for letting me go a little couple minutes over. I will see you guys actually next week. So if you want to set your clocks for next Thursday, I will be here with a little Halloween moodiness and spookiness, since it is the day before Halloween. All right. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. And it is so wonderful to see you all, my friends. All right. I will catch you guys later on the flip side. All right, everybody. See ya.